I think we're back, and I think I found the source of the issue. It seems that there was a Call of Duty update downloading at the time while I was trying to stream. So my guess is that that's what was causing the connection issues because my poor PlayStation was like, please stop overburdening me. But we should be back. I just want to make sure I'm refreshing YouTube here that we are in fact live. Okay, so we are back. The connection quality seems to be good. And so, okay, so that's a bummer because Jordan won the home run derby. It's not going to show it, but he won. His longest home run was like 445 feet. But that was fun. So our first time, and actually this whole series of having a home run derby champion. That was the second time we've had, or I guess the third time we've had a competitor. The first one was Jorge Soler, and then I think that's the second time we've had Jordan. But he won, so there's that. All right, we do have All Stars. NL defeats the AL in the 2029 MLB All Star Game. We have AAA All Stars. And wow, Rangers have been on a tear. Probably because they swept us in a 4-game series. That's really unfortunate. But we have our first chance to sign our draft picks. I am actually going to start down here towards the bottom and start looking at some of these guys to see if they're even worth it. As long as they're not D potential, I will sign them. But we need to get the scouting progress up a little bit. So we'll do that. We'll finalize that and do a lot of signing at the end. All right, and now we should be able to see. All right, so let's go to our AA roster. So Martin Meza actually gets the minor league all-star nod. Apparently he can't hit lefties, but he's up to 54 contact versus righties, which is a big improvement. And to be fair, you know, that's probably enough to move him up to AAA. You know, his defense has always been good and his speed's been good. So what do we got? He's hit 12 home runs so far, which halfway through the season, okay. 276 average, 470 slug, so OPS at 833 and a positive 3.1 WAR. Okay. Who else? Manny Osuna with a 4.6 ERA and a 1.6 WHIP is somehow an all-star. Okay, I guess it just doesn't take much. Bo Reedy with a 2.7 ERA and a 1.1 WHIP. 70 strikeouts in 69 innings. Nice. Brandon Yoshida at catcher. So he's developing nicely. Big upgrades to contact and power versus righties. Love to see that. Henry Baladeras, a relief pitcher. Only a 59 overall, but has posted a .57 ERA and a 1.15 WHIP. That is disgusting. All right, and then at AAA, we have Adrian Guerrero, our closing pitcher there. He was absolutely disgusting last year, continues to be amazing here. A 2 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP. So we could very likely see him at the September call-ups or even earlier, depending on what trades might get made. Is that really it? Oh, Mike Estrada out in left, the man who cannot play defense. We saw that in the minor league showcase. He can hit the crap out of the ball, but he can't track down most fly balls to the outfield because his reaction time is so poor. And it looks like that's it. And then for the MLB squad, Jordan Walker's an all-star. Yordan Alvarez is an all-star. Grayson Rodriguez might have made it. Is it really just those two? Wow. Okay. So we have a couple all-stars this year and some minor league all-stars. That's always good to see. Now we need to figure out what games we're going to play. Now, since we actually simulated through the Rangers series, we don't have an interdivision matchup. So, looking at the teams to beat, it looks like Cleveland, Tampa Bay, they're both 500 teams. We should be able to beat San Francisco. The old Battle of the Bay. And Baltimore actually looks really good. So, I think what we'll do is we'll probably play. Maybe we should play the Battle of the Bay series. This isn't actually reflective of real life. In real life, at least from what I understand, the Battle of the Bay is a 2-game. They do two-game series, 2 games in Oakland, 2 games in San Francisco, and then obviously it's the best of 4. And then if the series is tied, so like let's say in series 1 it goes 1-1, it is whoever wins the 4th game wins the series, even if it's tied. So if that makes sense. So either you win 3 games and win the Battle of the Bay, or if it's tied 2-2, it's whoever wins game number 4. But let's see. Baltimore's at home, so we'd like to get an away game in there, but let's do it. Let's do it. So we will play 1 game of the Battle of the Bay series, even though it is not reflective of an actual MLB series, and then we will play Baltimore. So we have a lot of simulating to get through, but we also have to negotiate some signings. Benito Cabrera is no longer injured, so we'll bring him back. Let's check in on our draft picks. We are not developing that scouting very quickly, but I think we're probably good to sign Watson, right? I mean, we know he's going to have A or B potential pretty much. So let's just offer him. Slot value's 439. He wants 406. We'll start with 406, and he does sign with that. Anyone else we really need to scout? Not really. So I guess we'll pick. Let's see. Angelo Remo was our first pick, so we'll keep scouting him a little bit, just get that interest up, so hopefully he'll be a bit cheaper, and we're fine with that. We have a whole month to sign them. Alejandro Luis, fractured wrist, out for 2 months. We'll put him on the 15-day. Checking in our draft picks. Still looking pretty good, so we'll just keep with that. The Padres are interested in a trade, so they want Newton St. Aud, the shortstop. And it's not going to take much for me. Okay. I mean, this is a no-brainer. This is actually, this is a bad trade for the Padres, but, I mean, they have Ha-Seong Kim. They have him locked down for 6 more years. Oh, is this one of those instances where I'm going to have to protect Manny Machado? He's regressing, so maybe they're looking for a future Machado, but they have this guy who's better than St. Aud, and then maybe he plays second base. I mean, Xander Bogaerts is old as shit and regressing rapidly, and then past that, they don't have much, actually. So he's 27, so he's younger than the next 2 guys, and a higher overall than the third guy. So, assuming that they're going to play him at second, I guess this makes sense. And it's really good for us. So, it's not the best trade for the Padres, but we will accept it. Okay. And that was the right fielder, right? Yeah, Connor Fielder. I mean, not much of a bat so far, but really good defense. Holy cow. So let's throw him into the AAA lineup ASAP. In fact, so we're going to make Estrada the DH and put Fielder, which is a great name for an outfielder, in right. And we will move him down the order a little bit. 7 spots, fine. And we'll move him down to 9. Okay. So we got that. Lefties, same thing. We'll bring, because he was, okay. Interesting. So, what do we need? A shortstop? Can no one else play short? Okay, so Brett Harris can play short. Schofield Sam will come in and play third base. Fielder in right, and Estrada will DH. Okay, that works. Who did we have where? I mean, it doesn't really matter. They shouldn't be using this lineup anyway, but just in case. I need someone who can play second. This is crazy. All right, so you... second, catcher, first, third. Okay, so that all works. Okay, so that, I mean, it's a good trade. It helps us, but we're doing awful. We're now 4 games behind the Rangers. Is it our pitching? I mean, Kyle Harrison continues to struggle. Not much help down here. Orozco having a bad season after a really good rookie campaign, at least like a full year last year. Why is our pitching so bad? It's a little disheartening. The bullpen is not doing exceptionally well as well. So we might, if we don't get some trade offers soon, we might have to go out and manually do some trades. Because, I mean, we're definitely obviously competing for playoff position. But getting swept by the Rangers was actually dreadful. And then we lose the series to Cleveland. We lose the series to Kansas City, or I guess tie the series. But it's not looking great. Although a 14-1 victory is nice. Is our lineup suffering? Verdugo's a little cold. DV's playing pretty well. I mean, Jordan's Jordan. Walker's doing great. Brownie's good. Gelop's pretty good. I mean, Barger 248 is not great, but it's not. I mean, it's like league average. Our backups are not performing well at all, though, which is disheartening to say the least. I don't know. I guess it's just one of those situations we're gonna have to ride it out. Let's look at our draft picks. Why is your interest level so low? Oh, you only go up 1% every 3 days? That's awful. All right, well, let's go ahead and offer you. We have 6 million. I don't think anyone's asking for a ton of money, so let's see. Slot value is 2.49 million. He wants 2.4. So let's go up to like 2.6. He declines. Okay. So let's move him to the number 1 spot. Try and get the interest up as fast as possible so we don't have to so we don't have to overpay for him. We get swept by Tampa Bay. What the hell is going on? 1 run in back-to-back games and then 2 runs. 0 runs here versus Cleveland. Like, can we just not hit the ball? Verdugo's gone cold. Gelop's gone cold. All right. So our bats, I guess, just can't keep up. Tigers want to trade, so they'll take Stefan for a young center fielder. Sure, I'll take that. Gives us some money as well. And then to fill his spot, we're gonna immediately go down here. Where is he? Oh, is he a closing pitcher? Right, Guerrero. He looks filthy. He's had back-to-back great season. He's an 80 overall. He's going to come up to the MLB. Nope, we're not going to release him. We're going to add him to the MLB. All right, so he's our new backup pitcher. I don't know why I said backup pitcher. He's our new relief pitcher. And we'll slot him in. I guess he'll be a middle reliever. He could be actually a long reliever, and we could send Orozco down because he's not pitching particularly well. What's his deal? 1.57 whip. So, I mean, 90 hits and 90 innings is not great. He's also walked 51 batters. Walk rate is out of control. All right, so let's make that move as well. Makes me sad because he did do so well last year. But Orozco's down. And then it's crazy that Guerrero has 43 stamina for a closing pitcher, but he's going to go into a long relief role. Kind of crazy to move him up. No, he was in AAA. Okay. I just saw the 2 stars and thought he was AA. So we have a good righty-lefty options, a long reliever, only 3 options of middle relief, but I think we're okay there. And then Winkler and Bronson closing. That's fine. Now, what the hell are our bats doing? Is it because we're going like lefty, 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 righty, lefty, righty, lefty, lefty, lefty? Is it because we have so many lefties? Maybe. But none of these guys are going to come out. I mean, Seth Brown's specialty is beating up righties, and he's slumping versus righties. So that kind of explains why he's performing so poorly. But, I mean, Ryan Noda's not doing anything. He's batting 155. So we'll switch Brown back, because he's actually improving a lot contact-wise versus lefties. Oh, what do we do? Okay. This has been an awful month of baseball for us. We've only won 2, 4, 6 games. Let's try and offer Ramo again. We'll go up to 255. Okay, so he signs on that. Let's see. And then we'll get Lou Cruz in, try and get that interest up as well. I mean, Jack Jacobson really wants to sign. Even at 35% scouting progress, his potential still up to a 99. So I think he's at least going to have good potential. We'll offer, and he signs. That gives us room to add in Marshall Michelle, who we know is going to be, I mean, almost is extremely likely to be at least a B potential player. So let's offer him as well. I think we'll go like 560. It's kind of in between his ask and slot value. He declines. Okay. All right, and now we have the Battle of the Bay. I actually want to hop in. The Brewers offer a trade. They want Baco Kane for Harold Ramirez. No. Why would I take an aging, regressing player for at least someone that's still progressing? Doesn't make sense. Oh, and Henry Hanojo's out for a few days. So the guy we were going to pitch with is injured. Okay. We'll offer again our Marshall Michelle. He takes that offer. All right. So I guess it's going to be Anthony Matsui, which is just as well. 5.27 ERA. He needs some help. We'll see if we can get him back on track. Yeah, our pitching is just cold. Even though Kyle Harrison is actually now below a 4 ERA, which he's improving. Maybe putting him on the trade block, put some pressure on him. But according to the ratings, we have the second or first best pitching staff in the league. And they are just not performing that way. So our first game played of the day. I mean, we were on pace to win 100 games. Oh, excuse my yawn. We're on pace to win 100 games this year. And now maybe we get, let's see. So there's, 58 games left? Yeah. We're probably going to win 80 games, 90 games maybe if we go on a big hot streak. This month has truly been disastrous. All right, facing off against Asa Lacey.
That's the ball. 1 ball, no strike. Ball, no. 2 balls, no strike. Ball.
Verdugo, very patient at bat here. I mean, who swings on 3-0?
Full count.
We're super late on 86. Could not believe it. We're going to pop this one up 69 miles an hour off the bat. Nice.
Batting second, the third baseman, Douglas Vaughn.
Let's go DV. Wow, big slider. That thing had a ton of break at the end there.
Ball, no.
Hello. I realized that apparently I had a massive Call of Duty download going in the background, and it absolutely just killed my PlayStation. So it was like poor network quality.
Ball two. Full count.
Damn, that was a close pitch. We're just going to say that Douglas Vaughn has a great eye. Oh my God. Beautiful slider.
Batting third.
For reference, the pitch started out over here and ended up like here. Then while I'm explaining that, we miss. Could have been a home run ball. But that one is, well, maybe not in this stadium. Go out to the bay. No, it's caught at the wall. All right. All right. That one was very loud off the bat, but ends up
the center fielder
going nowhere.
Macho.
Ooh. We get a generous call there from Blue.
No, that's a ball.
Vieira, is baseball very big in Portugal? Is it a popular sport there? Or not really?
Ball.
Not really. Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't really know what to throw here. Let's try a little split finger. He rolls over on it. We'll take it. So what sports are big in Portugal? Oh yeah, duh. What am I thinking? I'm an idiot. Of course it's soccer or football, I guess. For you guys.
Ball. 1-0.
Who is what team you got? What team do you root for? Natsui completely missed with that changeup right down the middle and hit for a single.
Yeah. 0-1. Yep.
Okay. So I'm assuming that would then be the team out of Lisbon, right? I'm very ignorant when it comes to soccer or football. Is that, and what is it? Because I know there's also different leagues. Is that La Liga in Portugal?
2-1.
Educate me here, Vieira. Give me all the info. Oh, right. Look at me go.
3 balls, 1 strike. Full count. Ball 4. Take your base. No ball.
Oh, La Liga is from Spain. Okay. all I know from soccer, really, or football, I don't really know what I'm supposed to say. But all I really know is what I learned by playing FIFA. I watched Ted Lasso like 3 times and decided to buy FIFA.
1 ball, 1 strike. He's out.
So I apologize for my ignorance there.
Ball 1. Ball. Ball.
All right. So Geloff works a walk. I mean, Asa Lacy has so far been pitching a very nice game.
That's a ball.
Obviously, we're looking to change that. The Beavers has been really good this year. Well, baseball, I mean, it's not nearly as popular as soccer / football. But it's also a really complicated game.
Batting 7, the first baseman.
Because there's just weird rules. What got me into baseball was my wife. She's a huge sports fan, but especially baseball.
0-1.
I'm also a huge data nerd, and so there's one thing about baseball is like the amount of data and stats that they use to quantify how good a player is playing is very, very deep, especially in like the new age of statistics and data modeling and stuff that we have. And so that also got me into the game a lot because I would just love poring over player stats. But
1-2.
I will tell you, it's a very enjoyable fan experience, at least in my opinion. You go to a ball game, get a hot dog, get a beer, and just relax for a couple hours and just enjoy the game.
Ball 2. 2 balls.
It's just one of the things I love.
He stay.
Although when we were in Spain, when me and my wife were in Spain last year, we actually looked at maybe going to a Real Madrid game. But tickets were like $250 a piece or something like that, or euros. So it's a little out of our price range, but what snooker? Isn't that like a billiard game?
Leading up for the Giants, the first baseman, Luis Toribio.
Hurry. No balls. 1 strike. Ball. 1-1. Ball 2. 2 balls. 1 strike. No.
Man, in the game, Matsui, really struggling with him.
Batting 7, the
Billiards,
first
okay.
baseman, Jordan Westburg.
Hook ball.
Just missing too much of these off-speed and breaking pitches. You have to prove that you're gonna be able to throw them for strikes. Otherwise, the computer just won't swing at them. I mean, that could have been strikeouts right there, but
Ball inside.
Oh, I don't know what to throw here. There we go.
No. 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Good snag there from Geloff. 105 off the bat from Patrick Bailey is kind of crazy. Good glove by Geloff.
Ball 1.
That's just an outrageous call from Blue right there. Clearly a strike. So Matsui allowing some base runners, but not giving up any runs. I mean, we'll take that.
Ball.
Barger is leading the Athletics with 22 doubles. Not a stat I expected to see, because he's not especially fast.
Ball.
Chance here for another walk.
D-Rod.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Get some dubs. But Barger bloops this one out into center.
Batting ninth, the catcher.
Leadoff man is on.
Soderstrom.
And this is also why I really wanted to try and find a catcher in the draft, because Soderstrom is closing in on the end of his contract in the next year or two, and I think he's going to be pretty expensive to bring back, and so we need to find that next man up. And Asa Lacy's kind of pitching out of his mind right now.
1-2.
We have not had very many true mistake pitches to take a rip at. I mean, we get a good one to hit there, but unable to elevate it. And San Francisco turns the double play. I think you could argue that that shouldn't have been uh-oh, that one's down to Triple's alley. Now Alex Verdugo is slow. He is going to round. No, he's not. 100 off the bat to Triple's alley. If that's anyone with some speed, that could have been great. And just one pitch too late. If we get that double with 2 on, that would have been outstanding. Mel Mack, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Got a little Battle of the Bay series. Oakland Athletics, San Francisco Giants. All right. Douglas Vaughn legs that one out.
The batter, number 44, designated hitter.
We had a pretty good draft. If you didn't get a chance to join earlier and see that, we'll see.
1-0.
We'll play this game. I think we'll play probably one more game, and we'll have this month wrapped up, and we'll be able to see, you know, our overalls and everything of our draft picks. So we have that to look forward to. And then maybe a trade. We'll see. But that's a great hit from Alvarez. Of course, Giant Stadium. Great opportunity for doubles and triples here with the way the outfield is.
Jordan.
That's a 2-run RBI. Or a 2 RBI double. I don't know. I'm a little rusty. With Madden coming out, obviously haven't been playing MLB The Show as much. So I'm a little rusty. But it's 2 RBI double for Alvarez. Jordan Walker, who's had an incredible season for us, is going to fly out into right. Got pretty good wood on it, barreled it up, but opposite field, lose some power.
Leading up for the Giants, the center fielder, Luis.
And let's see if we can get Matsui back on track. We need to really work, I think, on just filling up the strike zone. His pitch count's really getting up there. Well, I mean, 42 through 42 through 2 1/3 is less than ideal. I've been trying to pitch the corners and just have not been precise. That's got to, yeah, absolutely, he swung. That's the benefit that you get when you challenge pitchers. That way, when you do go outside the zone, you know, they're really thinking, oh, I'm going to have to swing. But you can't really miss down the middle, buddy. Here we go. Little dribbler to short. We'll take that. And that's a quick inning that we needed. Real good inning from Matsui there. Geloff swings at the first pitch. Don't hate it. I mean, it's a fastball pretty much at the middle of the plate. He just was a little over the top. That's going to be a opposite field single for Beavers.
The first baseman, Seth.
He was a really good trade piece for us. Now let's see what Sethy Boy can do. He has been excelling versus left-handers this year. So we'll see if we can continue that trend. But fooled on the slider very early on it. Ooh, and we narrowly missed the double play. Hit it just hard enough and out of reach of the first baseman. So 2 runners on with 1 out. And Addison Barger up 1 for 1 on the day. Had a little blooper out in the center in his last at-bat. And we are starting to see Asa Lacy miss a little bit. He's at 57 pitches, and his stamina is running a bit low. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Caught easily. And let's see what Soderstrom can do. Gets a rocket out into center. That is going to fall. It's going to run to the wall in the gap. That should be a 2 RBI double. And it is. So Soderstrom and Alvarez, both with 2 RBIs on the day. And both off of doubles to the gap.
1-0.
So, I mean, Asa Lacy came out and was pitching a phenomenal game. Everything was on the black. Verdugo just loops this one right in front of himself. Kind of a swingy bunt. Out at first, but the A's looking good. We're up 4-0. And on our way to winning the Battle of the Bay.
No, that's a ball. 1 ball.
Which,
no strike.
according to announcer Dallas Braden,
2-0.
over the course of history, the Athletics do have the overall win-loss on the series as a whole.
Ball inside. Ball, that's down.
I mean, I kind of see why Matsui's been struggling. he's close to the zone, but not really challenging these batters. And it's like you want to challenge them, like obviously on the edges, on the corners.
Full count.
And it's just when he misses, he's missed uncompetitively, I guess is a way to put it. So that's a little blooper for Jose Neto. See if we can work maybe a double play here.
Hey, ride. 0-2.
Or a strikeout. That works just as well. Ooh, buddy. That was tough. Change up right down the middle. Oh, wow. We actually do make that throw in time. I almost regretted it for a second, but
Your attention, please.
good defense by Vaughn. Gets there in time, and now we're going to face off against Joe Whitman. Another lefty.
Joe Whitman.
Ball.
What do we got? A slider, a running fastball, and a circle change. I swear, over the years, I feel like these last 2 years, really, we have seen a lot of pitchers with running fastballs.
Ball 3. 3 balls.
But so far, 3 sliders in a row, and all 3 have missed.
3 high.
Obviously, good pitch to swing at there, but
Ball. 1
we're hoping for a walk. And we get one. Savon spits on a strike pretty much right down the middle, but ends up getting a free base out of it. And now surely Whitman is not going to challenge Alvarez,
No ball.
but he fools him with the slider.
No, that's a ball.
And Alvarez bites on the last one as well, so 3 sliders in a row for Alvarez. He's over the top of the third one. At least not a double play.
Ball.
Uh-oh. Jordan Walker has a ton of speed, and that is right into the corner in Triple's alley. Rounding second, on his way to third. The cutoff throw is made, and he's out. Phenomenal defense there by the Giants outfield.
Too low.
Great cutoff throw, and consequently another great throw to third base.
Foul ball.
Walker's out. Geloff rips this one into center. That would be a single for him. At least the Walker out did result in an RBI, so we do extend our lead to 5 runs. And then Beavers just blast that one straight into the dirt. Good coverage by the pitcher there, and we're out of the inning. So all in all, pretty good outing for Matsui. I would like to see him limit base runners a little bit better. I'd like to see him more competitive around the zone. But, I mean, 4 innings of no-run baseball, I don't think any
That's a foul ball.
manager is going to complain about that. And Patrick Bailey really reaching out there,
The second baseman,
and a whiff.
Adrian.
Is that Placencia? Oof. That is a tough last name, my friend.
Placencia.
But he is a lefty masher. And that is a soft little bloop out to Sethy boy.
Luis Matos.
Matos takes on back-to-back strikes.
Ball.
See if a low fastball gets him after seeing
That's a ball.
2 changeups. It does not. I mean, 96 contacts versus lefties. How about a front door slider? How do we feel about that?
Ha! 3.
Goes down looking. Not a single swing in that entire at bat, but a strikeout for Matsui. We'll take those. A rare fastball from Whitman. So far, mostly sliders on the day. Definitely a pitch to hit there. But Brown's way under it. Oh, and then it's taken out on the slider. Spinning it to win it. To be fair, it is a good slider.
No ball. 1 strike.
It looks very similar to that running fastball, just different velocities and obviously a lot more break. So I could definitely see Whitman kind of developing into something with that pitch mix.
Out.
Barger fighting off that slider. I mean, that's a great pitch, just absolutely dotted low and away. Ooh, broken bat for Soderstrom. Popped up and caught by the pitcher. And that is a very quick inning for Whitman. Matsui now, that is 75th pitch. Dropping right in front of Verdugo. Luckily it doesn't bounce past him. But we are going to try and dial up a double play here.
Ball. 2 balls. 2 strikes.
Great throw to second by Vaughn. So we get 1 out at second, unable to turn the double play, but still a phenomenal effort by Vaughn at third to even get 1 out there. And that one is very high and very deep, but ends up hooking foul.
No. 1-1.
Some might argue that's a phenomenal pitch, but we don't get the call. I'm really worried about that changeup. It has missed very badly a number of times.
Ball. 2-2. Full count.
Man, we have had a number of full counts today. This one skied up just into the outfield. Pretty dangerous pitch, but it works out. That's all that matters. And that is going to be another scoreless inning for Matsui. So again, he's allowing base runners. We've seen some hits, seen some walks. Can I play online? I mean, I can. I think I've played maybe 5 online games. It just doesn't really interest me, to be honest. I've tried a couple times, and it's just, I don't know. I just really like playing franchise.
Ball 1. 1 ball. 1 strike.
Is that what you prefer to play,
2-1.
Mr. Mac? Oh, you got to go? Okay. Thanks for stopping by.
Hard, shoot. Out. 1-0.
I'd say Whitman's actually done a pretty good job against us here. We do have quite a few lefties in our lineup, so, facing a lefty-lefty matchup, maybe that's why we've done so bad in simulation. Maybe facing a lot of good lefty pitchers. Could see that. We are not particularly strong against lefties.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
But, I don't think we go out, and try and trade for some righties just to mix up our lineup. But, I mean,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
that one was a perfect. Oh, that's why. So 13-mile-an-hour wind against us. That kind of explains it. Let's get to the bullpen. Why is Hinojo? Oh, because he's injured. Yep. Okay. All right, let's get Hannah and a lefty up. I guess Crochet. First pitch for Matsui is a strike.
He's out.
Run low on energy, but
Ball, no.
no. I feel like
2-0 to down.
stamina across the league, should be higher. I don't know.
No, that's down.
I'm really interested in this potential rule change by MLB to require starting pitchers to go 6 innings. That's going to be another walk for Matsui. Not too worried.
No.
A double play gets us out of it.
Ball.
I mean, Blue's not giving us anything on the black, which is kind of frustrating because we've had some really close pitches that just haven't gotten the calls. Matsui officially out of energy.
What do you got?
And it is another full count. Vaughn to Geloff to Brown, and that's what we needed. So Matsui works a double play, gets out of it, and I think his day is done. Looking at the lineups, looks like we need to go righty, so Luther Hanno is going to come in. Let's take a look at Joe Jimenez. Looks about the same as our last pitcher. Slider, circle change, and a fastball. I mean, pretty much exactly what the last pitcher we had faced, except for now against a righty. And we are 0-2. Good pitch to swing at, but it's popped up in foul territory and caught. Walker is sat down on 3 pitches. I mean, another really good pitch to swing at. Geloff is just late on 95. Barreled it up pretty well.
Ball.
Let's see what Beavers can do. 1 for 3 on the day.
2-0.
And Jimenez starts him off inside with a couple pitches. What is he trying to set us up for?
No.
I mean, that's about as good of a fastball as you can get. So, real tough call from Blue there. I mean, I kind of predicted it. Beaver's just a little bit late. Can't get enough power behind it. I mean, again, we're facing 13-mile-an-hour winds. So,
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's
your
tough.
attention, please. Now pitching, Luther.
But
Hannah.
got Hannah in here against a few righties.
Ball.
Wow. Just does not want to reward
Yep.
beautiful pitches unless they're out of the zone. Go figure, right? I think this changeup might do it. Ooh. And I gotta say, man, I feel so bad for this kid. The last name is Placencia.
Ball 2.
I mean, I guess if he's making millions, I wouldn't complain too much, but
Full count.
that is a real tough last name. Yikes. Big miss with the changeup right down the middle. We're getting squeezed, so I feel like we really have to come inside there. But Vaughn at the hot corner, continuing to play excellent defense. Umpire continuing to make really terrible calls. And Hannah's been good. Looks like he'll be able to work through this inning without any issues. Hopefully, of course.
No, that's a ball. No.
If we go back there with a changeup, I think that might get a swing and miss.
Full count.
Dang, he just spits on it. All right. Fastball incoming. And he reins him up. Pretty close pitch. I mean, if you're a batter, I think you at least got to try and protect there. But
Leading off for Oakland,
get through it. I think we'll bring him back out for the ninth as well.
Brown.
One zero.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. I thought that was a fastball. Got fooled a little bit. I think that's going to be where I think we're going to get one to hit here. I mean, as predicted, and if we weren't facing that massive wind gusting in from the bay,
The shortstop.
I think we likely have a couple homers by now. That's hit pretty well. You know, Brown's got good power versus righties. But, and this one a nice high fly ball on the left, but just cannot make it to the wall. I mean, we're guessing these pitches pretty well. Do we think he continues to try and work that upper part of the zone?
Ball.
Maybe. Probably not that high, though. It's probably not the pitch we're looking for. I just realized Soderstrom has like the power PCI now against righties because it's broken 80. He is going to be a tough player to replace when his contract is up. Pulls this one. Great play by the second baseman. Ranges over to make the catch. We're going to head into the bottom of the ninth with a 5-run lead and Luther Hanna on the mound. He dispatched the first 3 batters relatively quickly. In the 8th, we'll see if he can work through the 9th. And that's a 3-pitch out. It's a good way to do it.
That's a ball. 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh.
Ball outside.
Not quite sure where to go with this one. So he's early on the fastball. So I think we have to go change up again. I think he whiffs. No? But it's weak contact. And an easy out, so we will take that. And do we go 3 fastballs in a row? I think we do. And that is a swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout. And the A's are going to close this one out in the Battle of the Bay, 5-0. Unfortunately, in real life, we will never have another Battle of the Bay again. Although A's actually have like the 2nd or 3rd highest winning percentage since the All-Star break. They would have to have some sort of immaculate turnaround to have a chance at a playoff berth, but I think they are really outperforming the expectations of this year in real life. But here in the game, Anthony Matsui had a good outing, 7 innings, walked 2 and allowed 4 hits, but 6 strikeouts and no earned runs. And then Luther Hanna came in, pitched 2 more scoreless. That was a good day. All right. Now we have one more game to play today. Where we will take on Baltimore at home. Alejandro Luis is eligible to be reinstated, but he is still injured for about 1 to 2 months. We will keep him on the 15-day. And the Rangers want a trade. It would have to be kind of a crazy trade to trade in the division. Jesus Christ, must be nice to draft a generational pitcher, 99 overall at 24 years of age. Unbelievable, dude. Pitching 220 plus innings. That's crazy. Okay, what is it? They want to give me 3rd baseman Lloyd Stoitz. I mean, this trade actually does work for me. But trading in the division against a rival, I can kind of see why they want Kang here, right? He's 29, B potential, but you have a 27-year-old, so 2 years younger, still B potential and a higher overall. Absolutely rakes against lefties. I mean, I think this is one of those instances where we have to protect the computer from itself. So we'll have to decline that trade. When is the trade deadline? Isn't it like the last day of July? All right. Hinojo's no longer injured, so that's good. We get our starter back, and today is the trade deadline. Yes, so last day. Now we're kind of in an interesting spot. I mean, even though we're only 2 games behind first, we expect it to be a lot better. I mean, we have the number 1 pitching staff in the league according to ratings, but if we look at our rotation, we're not that good. Grayson Rodriguez has been good. Glad we kept him around. But Kyle Harrison, we're paying him $25 million to pitch almost a 5 ERA and a 1.45 whip. He has a .7 WAR. Like, he's been really, really underwhelming. Stuart Orr is okay. I still expect better of him, but he's matching last year. Just giving up a lot more homers, honestly, that's all it is. I don't know what it is about this year, but a lot of our pitching staff has given up a lot of homers. I mean, he's already given up more than he did in 188 innings back in 2027 and 7 more than he did in 50 less innings last year. So we're really just giving up a lot of home runs. So, less than ideal, but, you can't have a good year every year. And if we were to trade Harrison, we could look to bring up Gillian. He is a top prospect in all of MLB. But I think you just have to kind of hope that the guy, like the big free agent signing that you make, is going to turn it around. Padilla continues to struggle, so we're going to swap him out for Orozco. I don't know, man. What do we do? Who else do we have on the trade block? Harrison and Kane. I mean, Kane is good enough to start somewhere in the league. I think we're going to go in the trade finder. Give him an opportunity to play somewhere. I think probably Sean Lima as well. No, we'll keep Lima. Let's see if we can get some prospects in return. All right, so the Rays see potential starting pitcher, third baseman. Who's that to the Braves? A potential 20-year-old Rafael Calderon. That works for me. All right. So we add some more depth to our starting pitchers. He has good stuff. Great velocity, great break, decent control. Just needs to work on that hit K, walk per 9, all that. We're actually going to move him down to single A because we do not need another AAA pitcher. And we'll just continue to let him develop. But, I mean, that's a decent trade. And then, so we'll need to, man, we don't even have to adjust our lineups. Yeah, so Baco Kang gets a chance to go try and make a name for himself for a different organization. We end up getting a great pitching prospect out of it. I think that's a win-win. And yeah, I don't think we get Harrison. We didn't get any good trade offers for him. So, all right. So we will play a game against Baltimore, and then we will also get to our last day to sign draft picks, and we'll see how we fared in the draft. Also get to see if we can get Kyle Harrison back on track. He just has not been pitching very well this year, as we just highlighted. And we might have to make some subs here. Barger's pretty tired at short. Do we not have a backup shortstop? Oh, right, Vaughn. So Vaughn will move to short. Mead will move into third. We'll give Soderstrom the day off. And that'll be it. Orioles 60-46, having a great year. Should be a competitive game. And as we've seen many, many times before here in the new Oakland A's stadium, a game can turn on a dime. It's very hitter friendly. And we have seen games just go from 0 to 100 real quick with one swing of the bat. All right, let's go. Who are we going to face off against today? Oh, we're not at bat.
Baltimore, the designated hitter, number 51.
Zero balls, one strike.
I love that we're at that point in the franchise where we're starting to see rookies or, draft prospects from year 1, 2, maybe even 3 now starting to make appearances as starters. As we see the old A started off the year with us, Ahmed Rosario.
0-2.
Looks like he's maintained. I think he was hitting about like 220 with us.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now up to 251 here with the Orioles. So good to see him. That's a good trade. Trade worked out for us. Trade worked out for them. We got what we needed. Baltimore got what they needed. So that works. And a absolute rocket down the first base line. Snagged by Seth Brown. And that's going to get us out of the inning. So we're going to be facing off against Kyle Wright. 33-year-old righty. Having an okay season. 4.34 ERA. And his number 1 pitch is a slurve. Sick. Verdugo's going to swing on the first pitch.
That's it out.
Ends up rolling over the circle change. That is a 1-pitch out.
Douglas Vaughn.
Not the worst pitch to swing at. I mean,
0-1.
we were right there, but holy cow. Ooh, is that one going to land? No. It's caught in left field. Another slurve in the same spot. That's not where you want to be putting a slurve. Give me that with Jordan. Let's see how that one ends up.
That's the ball. 1-0.
Kind of slumping for Jordan standards, only batting .318. He probably is going to start, be in regression mode. He's just at that point in his career. We just have to hope that he gives us a few more good years left.
Take your base, ball 4.
But Works a walk. And now maybe his successor, Jordan Walker, at the plate. It's a good slurve, but it's just not the pitch we want. But we swing on one anyway, and that's exactly why we didn't want it. Jake Berger. Who do you play for?
Nope, ball.
Oh, I'm thinking of Beer.
1 ball, 1 strike.
There was a player, last name was Beer, played for the Diamondbacks, who I might go see on Friday. They'll be taking on the Dodgers here in Phoenix.
2-2 is the count.
That'd be, I think, maybe my first time seeing Shohei.
Full count.
Not sure if I've ever seen Shohei live. Ooh, but he goes down on a pretty bad cutter. Doesn't matter if you go down on a good pitch or a bad pitch. Strikeout, still a strikeout. And like, if you're Kyle Harrison, I just don't know what his problem is this year. I mean, we know he's given up a ton of home runs, but I don't know. Brought him in to replace Julio Urias, our Cy Young winner last year. Helped lead this team in that rotation to an amazing 107-win season and a World Series win. But we could not afford a new contract with him.
1-2.
So we got Kyle Harrison, who has been nowhere near as good.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
That did not miss, Mr. Umpire.
Ball. You got a full count.
I like the changeup away. And so does Colton Cowser. Lines this one down first base line. And that is another scoreless inning. See what Seth Brown can do against Kyle Wright. Whoa, buddy. Oh, you can get those peepers checked. That slurve might give us some issues today. We have not been good against it. But, I mean, versus righties, surely he's going to try and work us away. So I think targeting this up and inside part of the zone, I think is the play. But, I mean, he's just working us down low. So now, 1 and 2, we're just going to have to work to protect. That slurve was absolutely disgusting. But that's a good one. A slider middle. I mean, good pitch to swing at. I mean, we have a 13-mile-an-hour wind behind us, so this could be home run city today. Good sinker away, gets the pop up. Man. Pitching a really good game so far. We might have ourselves a little bit of a pitcher's duel. I did say it was going to be likely a very competitive game. And it looks like I was right. We have Ty France. Okay. Doesn't seem to be a bother. So 1 pitch out.
Batting 9, the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Okay. Another 1 pitch out. Take those all day. I just don't know what to expect. The conditions are set up. A very hitter-friendly stadium, 13-mile-an-hour wind at our back. This game is just set up for home run city, but both pitchers have pitched really well so far. I mean, Beavers got on that one, 103 off the bat, but it's a rocket right to the glove of the left fielder. That one might get through. No. It's a great play by Gunnar there. Or is that Jackson Holiday?
Now batting, the left fielder,
I know. What a great diving grab.
Verdugo.
That missed. That's the ball. 1-0. Ball. 2-0.
And I don't even think we've had a base runner yet. I don't think either team has had a base runner yet.
2-1.
That one's not going to get through either. Those sinkers are brutal.
Hook.
Good effort by Meade there, but it does go over his head. Verdugo's got a great arm, but I don't think we're competing with 99 speed. 24th double of the year.
Yeah.
And 99 speed, you really got to worry about really anything hit.
Got him.
I mean, if that one's hit harder, maybe we have a chance at eliminating the lead runner. But it was honestly just hit too softly. Ended up benefiting the Orioles there. This one pops straight up, though, which is exactly what we needed. Meade is under it. And that's 2 outs. But Orioles got themselves a little, like, Ellie De La Cruz kind of vibe thing going. Looking to wipe out Berger with a fastball. Does make contact, but he's not going to leg it out. It is a close play at first, but finally in the 4th inning, we see our first base runner of the game. And that's a great swing by Vaughn into the gap. Should be a double. And it is. Finally get a fastball. He's hyped about it, letting the dugout know. Now one of the best in the league at driving someone home. I mean, that slider is like out here and then bloop. Insane movement for Kyle Wright. And there we go. Like I said, one of the best in the game and your home run derby champion, Yordan Alvarez, sends a huge shot out into right, his 34th of the year. He has been really slow since the All-Star break, if we're being honest about it, though. But he puts us over the top here.
1 ball, no strike.
And we have a slim lead over the Orioles.
2-2.
I mean, Kyle Wright honestly pitched a hell of a game so far. You just can't give that to Jordan. And we've worked into a full count. There are no outs, so. And a little blooper on the right for Jordan Walker. It's going to be a single. And maybe this is an inning where we can break out. Get Kyle Wright out of the game. That would help us a lot. He has not been easy to hit. But sometimes baseball's like that. You get a pitcher that comes out, maybe he pitches 4 or 5, maybe even 6, scoreless innings, and then just gets lit up one inning, right? It doesn't look like that's going to happen here after that double play. I thought we had a pitch hit just over the top of that changeup.
That's the ball. 1-0. Two no's the count.
It's a pretty good stat there for Geloff. 204 homers in 7 seasons. Averaging almost 30 homers a season is pretty good. This one, however, just a single, but we will take it. At the very least, if we can drive up Kyle Wright's pitch count, I think we can feel pretty good about that.
Austin Allen.
That's really just a bad pitch to swing at. But, I mean, that's why he's our backup catcher. But that's the one that put us over the top. Jordan Alvarez with a monster shot. But now we got to make sure that we can come out and execute on our end. And it's going to be a leadoff single for Nick Fortes.
He's going.
Trying to steal here. Kind of surprising. Verdugo's not going to get there. See? Runners on, no outs. A strikeout or double play we pretty much have to have right now. And we got the double play. We could have gone home with it, but we'll take the 2 outs.
Ty France.
No balls. 1 strike.
Should we have gone with the lead runner there
That's ball.
and kept it a no-run lead with just 1 out? I don't know if that's the play.
He's out.
I don't know. Either way, decision was made. We get out of it with only 1 run allowed. Let's see if we can continue to produce on offense. We finally, in our 4th inning of work, got some runs across. But Kyle Wright has pitched a hell of a game so far. Not the best pitch there, but holy shit, what a play from this. Oh my God. All right, is that Jackson Holiday? What a play, holy hell. It's actually the second great play we've seen there at second. Diving effort and a great throw. Good pitch to hit there, but just a little late on it.
1-2.
I have no idea how you can get a check swing without it going around in this game. I barely tapped that, and he was a foot
Full count.
in front. I would gladly take a walk here. We do have to fight off the slurve up top.
Now batting. Alex. Verdugo.
It's not really a good pitch. It's just not where you expect it. And then the backhanded glove by Wright. I mean, the Orioles coming in had what, like 64 wins?
Leading off for Baltimore, the shortstop.
I mean, they were ahead of us by 12 wins, 10 wins, somewhere like almost double-digit wins. So it's not like they've had a great season.
0-1.
We knew this was going to be a competitive game coming in.
No ball. 2 strikes.
That's pretty high. Walker's got pretty good speed, and he is able to get under it. Enrique Bradfield Jr. has been the lone run for Baltimore.
That's the ball.
Hit a leadoff double last inning. Now up to bat again.
1-2. Count.
He's hanging in there for someone who does not have like immaculate batting stats. Oh man, that's a... How do you take that, brother? That was an immaculate pitch. Let's try the cutter. Do we get him?
What you got?
No. Okay. All right. How about a challenge fastball low and in? That gets them to sit down. All right.
Now
Not many strikeouts today from Harrison,
Ahmed Rosario.
although he has given up a ton of home runs
That's
on
out.
the year.
That's the ball.
I will say he has been pretty good at striking batters out.
Nope. Ball.
Okay, that's not a ball, but whatever you say, Blue.
Pack.
Get the call there.
No, that missed.
God. Ooh, thank God he swung at that. We go cutter. In that same location. Could be good. There we go. Rolls over the top.
You got it.
Harrison gets through it. But it is a close battle. Oh my God, that's a pitch to hit. But Doug Vaughn, DV, one of our 2 runs on the day, hit a leadoff double last inning. No, 2 innings ago. And then Jordan drove him home. I mean, good timing. Kind of had the barrel of the bat, but just got under it a little bit.
Ball.
I feel like we're not going to get a pitch to hit here against Jordan after taking him yard last time. We do. But not enough to take it out to center. I mean, just a little under it. What is his home run per 9? It's only 70. Okay.
Ball.
Kind of surprising, but
Go.
I mean, obviously you can't hit a home run on every good timing swing. Then Walker pulls this to the shortstop.
Got him.
Kyle Wright's cruising. Pitch number 69 for Kyle Harrison. It's a good one.
No, that's a foul ball.
I will say Jackson Holiday, not good at the plate today, 0 for 2, but has been absolutely filthy on defense. Last inning we saw just an insane catch, well, not last inning, 2 innings ago, I guess. There's our star young, that second baseman, Zach Geloff, with the play. Oh, wow. That was a miss by Harrison there. Jake Berger going for 2. He gets there. Not a ton of speed, but good enough.
The catcher, Nick Forte.
1-out double is not good in a 1-out ball game. Ooh, but that's good. Little infield blooper. We will take that.
Ball. 1-1.
Oh, God, that's not good.
He's safe.
Oh, tough play for Seth Brown. He's not there in time, and that's an RBI double. Back to a tie ball game.
Your ball's 1 strike. Nope, ball. 1-1.
Holy hell.
1-2 is the count.
Kerstad just flew out of his shoes for that one. All right. I mean, that's 7 pretty strong innings against a really talented Baltimore Orioles team. I think we're going to bring out Harrison for the 8th. But we are going to go at least get some guys warmed up. We'll get Ferguson and Winkler up. So now facing a lefty, Tanner Scott, having a pretty good year, 3.93 ERA. Might give up some walks with that 51 walk per 9 and 38 control.
No ball. 1 strike.
I don't think we swing until we get 2 strikes. Well, shit, there we go. All right. I mean, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right.
2-2.
I mean, I'm just waiting for that 99 fastball.
Count is full.
But 5 sliders in a row. You got to think he's coming in with the heat now, a challenge fastball. And we're all over it. 98 up top. Brownie singles into right. And lead runner is on.
Now batting, the second baseman, Zach Geloff.
And normally, CPU tends to not make great moves with the bullpen, but this is actually a really good move. We're not good against lefties, especially Brown and Geloff. They're 2 of our weaker hitters against lefties. So as long as he doesn't issue a ton of walks, like, you got to think he's a good move. That is a really close pitch and a very good front door slider there. Holy cow. Geloff tries to... I mean, he swings at it, but he does not reach up for it. That is tough. Geloff got frozen a little bit there. Good swing there by Austin Allen, but it's going to be a double play. That's tough. I think Harrison's still the move here. I mean, only allowing 2 runs in 7 innings. That is, I mean, that's what you look for in a starter.
That's the ball down. Ball.
Oh man, he is just missing, and we cannot afford walks. It's a pretty good swing by Ty France, but Walker's under it. And I mean, I think lefty definitely need to keep Harrison in. Just work Henderson away with the sliders.
Down, ball.
Closing in on 100 pitches for Harrison. And that's a huge strikeout. Another lefty-lefty matchup. I think we just really try and abuse that slurve slider away.
That's the ball. 1-0. Call. 2-0.
I mean, those are very good, close, competitive pitches. A worse umpire would probably give us those. Oh, get there, Vaughn. Get there, Vaughn. There we go. So we get through the 8th. That's definitely going to be it for Harrison.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Baltimore, number 73, Hunter Harvey.
I think we're going to go Winkler. And now Hunter Harvey. Holy cow. Super high hit per 9. Great clutch, great velocity. 5-pitch mix. But it's really, I mean, really like just 3 different fastballs. So I think he's hittable. And we get a lead-off single from Beavers. Curveball that stays up in the zone. That's a huge lead off.
One ball, no strike.
It's a good swing by Meade. It's high, it's deep, and it's gone! Meade strikes with a 2-run shot just over the wall and right. And we go up late. And then Verdugo hits a liner out into left center through the gap. That's going to be a double. So we have 2 runs and a double with no outs, and they quickly bring out the closing pitcher, Josh Hader. And this could be difficult. We have a lot of lefties in our lineup. Hader's got Brutal slider to contend with. And those are sliders we can hit. We're just a little early on them. Think that we're going to get a fastball here. We do 99 on the black. Vaughn's way late.
Ball, outside.
Big at bat here for Alvarez. A 3 or 4 run lead would go a long way, as that two-seamer is up to 100.
Ball. 2-1.
And there it is. That's a 2-home run day for Alvarez. And that one is over the bleachers. 465 feet. That is by far the longest home run we've seen in the stadium. I mean, a slider right down the middle. Alvarez did not miss it. And that's, you got to think that's the dagger right there. Up 4 with only 1 out.
1-1.
And then Walker sends this one into right. And that's back-to-back home runs, extending our lead up to 5, sorry. Now they bring out Justin Lawrence, another closing pitcher.
Number 61, Justin
And he has the...
0-1.
Pitchers like this are so hard to deal with, man, for me. I mean, that's a disgusting sinker on the black there. Like, with that delivery.
1-2. That's the ball.
That is brutal to deal with. But not for Seth Brown. That's a single out to left, and the hit parade continues. So this whole game, we have just been stifled. Only 2 runs
0-1.
through 8, and then we sound off for 5. Oh, he actually... Oh, wow. That actually could have been fair. I think it bounced like just on the line and then caught.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one beaten to the ground. They go for the tag and miss. And I think that was actually just enough to get Geloff across.
the catcher,
We'll watch this again. So, despite 2 amazing plays by Gunnar Henderson here, I looks like he maybe reaches for the tag, like he's gonna, and then I think in real time, yeah, it looks like he's trying to reach for the tag, then decides to throw, and that gave Geloff enough time to get across first base.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two, 1.
Weird switch to the sidestep there. Wow. Good pitch to hit, but after seeing slider, That 96 came fast. But that's a shot down the third base line for Austin Allen. Oh my God, Gelof's going to try and score. He's going to be out by a mile.
Got him. That's an out.
Incredibly aggressive call in that position. But that is a massive inning for the A's.
Your attention, please.
Go up 5. And now Winkler in the 9th. Going to shut the door on Baltimore.
Outside. Ball.
Hopefully. Jesus. That fastball was right down the middle. So is that splitter. Okay. So those are things you don't want to do. Wow. That two-seamer had a lot of life running inside on Rosario. And he whiffs big time.
That's low. That's a ball. Ball. 2 balls.
Not sure I'm a big fan of that call by the umpire there, but obviously those will happen. I mean, those are some pretty good pitches. Tough to contend with.
No. Ball.
I mean, when you have 100, 98, and 94, and then a changeup at 86. That's got to be hell for batters. And that two-seamer has a lot of run to it. Oh, God. It's high. It's deep. That's gone. Solo shot for Jake Berger. I thought it was going to hook, but it ended up just straightening out there towards the end. I mean, not the worst changeup in the world. But you still got to think that the A's are in the driver's seat here. Quick 2-0 count. We're just going to challenge him with a fastball. And then low and away changeup. Surely this is going to eat him up. Okay. Splits on it. But he watches the splitter go by for strike 3. Not a fan of he doesn't like the call, but I mean, it was clearly a strike. A's are going to win this one, but it's a much closer game than I think the score would imply. Going into the 8th, it was a 2-2 ball game. And then we just had a huge 8th inning, ran up 5. And the Orioles do get a solo shot in the bottom of the 9th, but
here now is our final line score.
Jordan's obviously the player game, 2 for 3 with 2 home runs and 4 of our 7 RBIs. Kyle Harrison had a good day. 8 innings pitched, no walks, did allow 5 hits but 6 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs. All right, and now we're going to get to see what our draft picks are, assuming we can finish signing them all. Today is the deadline to sign them. All right, so we still have $2.3 million. Lou Cruz wants almost all of that. I mean, we're going to have, that's the max we can give him. So we'll offer. He does sign, thank goodness, because I feel like he could be a pretty good piece. And then, just to make sure we sign, we'll run it up to 312. That's not even slot value. So he does actually decline to Anthony Castillo, third base. We kind of just run out of money there. So that's unfortunate. We don't manage to sign all of our players. I think that's the first time I've ever actually had that happen to me. But I mean, that was a 5th round pick. It's not like we're probably going to lose a lot there. But we'll sim one day and see what we got. It's not great. It's not great. Angelo Ramo from Panama ends up being a 79 potential and a 52 overall. He has a big arm. It also said, I feel like it does this, right? Yeah. So none of these guys actually say that they have secondary positions, when in reality, one of the reasons we went after Angelo is because he could play catcher plus first and third. He's good enough defensively, has a big arm, so you can put him at third. Not much of a bat, but 79 potential is not bad. We can see Lou Cruz, I was hoping for a little bit higher, but we get 76. Good speed in the outfield, decent defense. He'll work on his bat. He's got decent power. Okay contact for an 18-year-old. But it gets better as we go down. Marshall Michel ends up being an 85 potential player. That's 55 overall. Starts off with 69 contact versus lefties. Nice. And 69 clutch. Also nice. He has good enough speed for the outfield. He'll be someone that can come in and play AA and hopefully progress pretty quickly. Jeff Watson, 88 potential. Not much of a bat, okay defense, but good speed. And then lastly, catcher Jack Jacobson, who I think was like one of our last picks. We just kind of went with it. He ends up being a 93 potential player. He's 19, so 46 overall is not good. It will take him time to develop, but with that high potential, he should develop quickly. And I don't know. We'll see what we got. But not a great draft, but also not the worst. Just as kind of a miss on those first two guys. But I mean, honestly, C potential players can be starters and they can be impact players in the league. So you can't really disregard them. Obviously, we just prefer that your first couple picks don't miss. Good closing picture here for the Mariners. Chuck Dixon, 93 potential. They went back to back to back closing pitchers and then relief pitcher. So they went big on the back end of their bullpen. The Rangers had a terrible draft, thank goodness. Braves get a 92 potential starting pitcher. Trying to think who had like the top picks up here. The Mets, I think, had a top 3 pick. They get a good starting pitcher with Andy Kincaid, 61 overall, with 88 potential. Phillies get a hell of a third baseman here. I mean, great defensively, just got to work on his bat. Let's see. I think the Nationals had a top pick. Clifford Mason could be okay. A lot of pitchers. A lot of very good pitchers, too. Wow, a 97 potential left fielder in the last round. That's huge. Still has a long way to develop, and he's slow. He doesn't even have speed in his favor. So that's tough. I think Fritz James was a guy that we were targeting. Wow. Good first baseman here for the Rockies. He should excel there with good power in a stadium that's very easy to hit home runs in. pretty good starting pitchers there. 90 potential, 67 overall. And at 18 years old, that's really good. And then 89 potential, 55 overall. So 2 good starting pitchers there for the Giants. So yeah, there were some teams that had some pretty good drafts. I mean, normally I would say, we have definitely like a top 3 draft pretty much every year. This year, not quite as much. There was actually some CPU teams out there who did, I wouldn't say considerably better than us, but they did really well. '94 potential second baseman's really nice. 58 overall at 19 years old. It's good stuff. Oh, the Twins. They had the number 1 overall pick. And they went Marcos Ramos. Ends up being a 55 overall with 85 potential. Okay. So not a bad draft, 2 high C's, 2 B's, and an A potential player. All position players too, so we had some depth. Feel pretty good about that. Made some trades, and we are a game and a half behind the Rangers in the lead. I think if we can just turn our pitching around, we're getting there. We're getting there. But that'll be it for today's episode. Sorry about the technical difficulties in the previous one. I'll try and change the title of the video so that it reflects that. But thank you so much for watching. I would really appreciate a subscription if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.